Hi guys, hope you are having a wonderful day. I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what I do on a day-to-day basis. And it was funny because the thought came to my mind, it's really scar therapy. Everyone knows probably by now about my intestine rupture and 3 surgeries. And I have scar patches on right now. So this is one part of the physical that I'm going to mention. I have a scar down the middle of my tummy here, and it goes all the way here. You can see where it starts, and it goes all the way down. And I have scar patches on there, not only because it actually helps the scars to get less bright and also to help them heal, but also because there's a lot of nerves that have gotten irritated, and so it kind of protects from the clothing bothering me. And as I was thinking about that kind of scar therapy, I thought, we have our own scar in our life from just our past, things that maybe mistakes we've made, things that have been done to us, things that we have done, whatever it is. And a lot of people really get hung up on those things, and because of that, they are not able to move forward in parts of their lives, or they get stuck. And I just kind of wanted to share with you my little walk through a normal morning of what I do and how I kind of get my mindset and how I learn to move on from, past scars or whatever you want to call them. But I just thought it was kind of appropriate since I was talking about my belly. Today, as I woke up, and my normal routine is I get up in the morning and I start listening to a podcast. I usually choose sermons and stuff. I'll listen to Craig Groeschel from Life Church, or I'll listen to Andy Stanley or Pastor Charles Stanley. But I'll listen to that while I'm getting my coffee ready, where I'm getting my lemon water ready. If there's any dishes from the night before, I'll be putting those away. During the school year, I'm making lunches. And so I'm kind of getting myself woken up, kind of listening to that. And then I go and I do a little bit of Bible study, and I do it from different angles at different times. So currently I'm working through some Bible plans that are on the YouVersion Bible app. I was going to try to write it out because I never understood. It's Y-O-U, as in you, me, YouVersion. And they have various devotional plans, and it's really cool because you can pick whatever subject you might need help with right now. So hope or doubt or anger, you get to pick kind of the topic, and then they have a devotional that you kind of go through each day. And it doesn't take that much time, but it does really get you going in a real positive direction. And so I've been using that. I do some writing of my own. I like to journal, but I also like to write on Fire Faith emails because it keeps us all connected to each other. And one of the things that I was doing as I was journaling today, and I thought I would share it with you because to me, this is part of my mental, emotional, soul scar therapy. So when I'm praying, I go through a process of, praying. I have a list of people I keep in a journal that I'm praying for, that I've told that I would pray for, and I don't want to forget, and I don't want to get too busy. So I will go to that and read through them. Usually I start to have it just kind of in my mind after a while, but especially if I'm adding new people to the list. But I also journal what I feel like I hear God saying to me, or areas that got triggered in my Bible study. And I have been working on my On Fire business for a few years now, and it's really a charity. I mean, I just completely support charity with it right now, but I'm always asking God direction. And I think a lot of us are always looking for direction in life. It seems like we're like, God, show me the next step. Show me what I need to do, whatever area it is. And today it was interesting because as I was praying and kind of listening, I got this vision of a ladder, and God's saying, what is your ladder leaning against? Because if it's leaning against the wrong building, you're going to get to the top and say, what am I doing here? This isn't even what I had in mind. But it's so easy to get caught up in the little rungs of the ladder that you forget what is it leaning up against. And I know you've probably heard that analogy before, but it really hit me today too, that I am leaning my ladder against God. And that's what he said in this, prayer time that I had, is your ladder is leaning against me. And because of that, as you go, you're going to always be going in the direction that you want to. And wherever you end up, you're going to be happy with where you are because you've been leaning your ladder against me. It's very easy for me to look at other people, especially within the same business, and think, well, they're doing this, they're doing that, and maybe I should be doing what they're doing. But then I look at the building they're leaning up against, and it's not a bad one. It's just not the one that I want to be climbing. So it's much easier for me to emotionally let go of what other people are doing and realize that my path, my journey, my ladder is leaning up against God. And that means that I won't ever go wrong as long as I am leaning in that direction. So I thought it was, for me, I get very motivated by pictures in my head and things like that. Maybe that's why I feel like God talks to me in that way. One of the things that I also do physically for healing, and I have shown this in past videos, but sometimes it gets lost in all my feed, is I do a red light. And red light therapy, you can actually go and pay to have treatments where you sit under a red light, where you can get a whole system. I have a red light that was recommended to me by someone I trust, and I sit in front of that and I pray and I stretch. So I wanted to kind of show you. I hope it'll show because it's kind of bright when you turn it on. But here is my red light. See if what happens when I turn it on. It's gonna be very bright. Yeah, so I sit in front of this red light and it's very healing. And this is where I do my stretching and I pray, and it kind of gets me into a good place in my head, especially to start the day that way. I will talk about that in a second. I also have my little diffuser going. I have some balm that I rub into my jaw. I have a very messed up jaw, and my jaw has been a problem for about 8 to 9 years. It hurts to talk. It hurts to sing. A lot of foods hurt it, but gone to probably 30 different specialists, and it's just, we've flown to Portland for it. It's just an issue, but I do my massage of my jaw and I sit in front of the red light. So the red light has healing properties. So then I also get my scar working on building new collagen fibers and kind of renewing your body. And it's anti-aging, and I do it for the scar and I do it for my jaw, but a lot of people do it to try to help them, their skin to be better and stuff. But that's another thing you can always, yeah, sorry, Patty, it was bright. But that's another thing that you can, do to add to physical health. And because my time is very divided, I have a lot going on, I combine things together. So I will stretch and I'll hold my head and I'll pray, and I'm sitting in front of the red light and I'm breathing. And this probably maybe 10 to 20 minutes at a time, and hold your head the other way, just gentle. I tend to hold a lot up in here in my neck and my shoulders, doing shoulder rolls so that you're really getting your neck and shoulders stretched out, because we tend to do this little by little all day, and before we realize it, we're so tight up here. So practicing, even just dropping your chin to your chest, I feel like I get super tight through here. And so, I'll do that, and then I do some leg stretches. So let's see if I can help see this better. So I will do butterfly. Oh, that's really bright behind me too. Let's see if I can go this direction, maybe less bright. So I do some butterfly stretches. So pressing my knees down and leaning forward. And again, all throughout this, I'm praying. I'm sitting in front of the red light, which is way too bright, and stretching. And then I'll do a stretch like this, where you take one foot and drop it on top of the other. And you try to get both of your sits bones to touch the ground here. And this is another one. Try to sit up nice and tall, keep the shoulders back, and switching to the other side. So you're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back, and lots of deep breathing. I've practiced this with my peeps before, but I breathe in for 4 counts. I hold it for 4 counts, and I exhale for 4 counts. And that way you're getting rid of all the toxins in your body by getting it out of there. And so that's the main things that I do on a morning when I am trying to get myself set for the day. So I hope that that helps you. Sorry, I know that's kind of bright behind me. And I just hope that you guys have a great day. If you need help with anything, I would love to help you. But that's how I kind of get my scars on my external body healed, as well as get my mind on the right track. And think about what your ladder is leaning against. And once you get where you're headed, once you climb your ladder, are you going to be happy where you are? So I think that's very motivating for me. It makes me stay on track, and it doesn't let me get distracted by what everybody else is doing. So I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you soon.